You think you've won? You think you can stop the inevitable?
We don't think, Himmler. We know.
And we're not going to stop until every last one of your abominations is nothing but scrap metal. Boom.
Hull, Joseph, and Chung advance on Himmler, weapons at the ready. In the heart of the collapsing fortress, amidst the wails of twisted abominations and the crackle of dark energy, the final battle is joined. Himmler, her once haughty demeanor twisted into a rictus of hatred, lashes out with all the power at her command.
I will break you. I will remake you in my image.
Not today, lady, not ever. Joseph fires his hacking device. Himmler screams in pain.
Focusing his technomantic skills like never before, Joseph unleashes a pulse of disruptive energy, tearing through Himmler's dark aura. The robo-witch staggers, her form flickering and glitching as Joseph's attack takes hold.
What? What have you done?
I've isolated your primary control matrix. You're not the only one who can rewrite a few protocols.
Himmler's mechanical body starts to malfunction, sparking and whirring erratically. With Himmler's defenses crumbling, Hull and Chung press the advantage, their weapons tearing into the robo-witch's corrupted form. Hydraulic fluid and sparks fly as they unleash a barrage of firepower, each shot fueled by the memory of their fallen friend.
For Somchai.
For Somchai.
Hull and Chung's weapons fire, Himmler's mechanical body starts to break apart. Under the relentless onslaught, Himmler's form begins to come apart, her once sleek and sinister frame reduced to a sparking, shuddering wreck. But even in defeat, the robo-witch's hatred burns bright.
You've won nothing. The core cannot be stopped.
Want to bet?
Joseph's hacking device beeps. Core starts to overload critically. With a final defiant keystroke, Joseph sets the core into terminal overload, its pulsing heart shuddering and sparking as the feedback builds to a crescendo.
No! No!
Core explodes, Himmler's mechanical body is obliterated. Massive shockwave. In a blinding flash of light and a roar of unleashed energy, the core detonates, consuming Himmler's form in a maelstrom of fire and shrapnel. The shockwave tears through the chamber, sending our heroes flying as the fortress begins to collapse around them.
Everyone, hold on.
Fortress collapses, debris raining down, massive explosions. Amidst the chaos and destruction, our heroes cling to each other. The ground heaves and buckles beneath their feet, the very air charged with the aftershock of the core's detonation.
We have to get out of here.
The ship, if it's still in one piece.
Only one way to find out. Move.
Hull, Joseph, and Chung race through the collapsing fortress, explosions and debris all around. Dodging falling masonry and lashing tongues of flame, our heroes make a desperate bid for escape, their path lit by the eerie glow of the core's dying embers. The once mighty fortress is reduced to a crumbling ruin.
There. I see it.
Ship's engines power up, hatch opens. Like a beacon of hope amidst the devastation, Hull's ship appears. Through the smoke and rubble, its engines thrumming with power. With a final desperate leap, our heroes make it aboard, the hatch slamming shut behind them as the ship blasts off into the sky.
That was too close.
But we did it. We stopped her.
Somchai, their friend and comrade, sacrificed to Himmler's dark ambitions. Countless innocents, both flesh and metal, consumed by the core's insatiable hunger.
It's never easy, kid. Losing a friend, facing down the darkness. But we can't let their sacrifices be in vain.
Somchai would want us to keep fighting, to make sure that nothing like this ever happens again.
And that's exactly what we're going to do.
In the aftermath of their harrowing victory on the Forbidden Moon, our intrepid heroes find themselves adrift amongst the stars, their hearts heavy with the weight of sacrifice and loss. The specter of Somchai's fate hangs over them like a shroud, a constant reminder of the price they paid for their triumph over the twisted machinations of the robo-witch Himmler.
I still can't believe he's gone. Soulmate, he was the best of us.
He gave his life to save us all, to give us a chance to keep fighting.
Ship's computer beeps, alerting.
Speaking of darkness, looks like we got an incoming transmission.
From who?
That's just it. I don't know. The signal's encrypted, unlike anything I've ever seen.
Hull presses a button, garbled static plays.
Hull, Chung, Joseph, you have done well, but your journey is far from over.
Who is this? How do you know our names?
I am a friend. The Singularity, it is coming, and when it arrives, the galaxy will tremble.
The Singularity, what is that? What are you talking about?
All will be revealed in time. For now, know this. You three are the galaxy's best hope for survival, the key to unlocking the secrets of the Singularity and stopping its advance.
Us? But how? What can we do?
Seek out the Oracle on the planet Zephrus. She will guide you on the path to understanding. But beware, the forces of the Singularity are already moving against you. Time is running out.
Transmission cuts off abruptly, leaving only static. A heavy silence falls over the ship's cockpit as our heroes grapple with the implications of the mysterious message. A new threat, greater even than Himmler and her dark designs? It seems almost too much to bear so soon after their harrowing ordeal.
Well, that was, ominous.
But we can't ignore it. If there's even a chance this Singularity is real, we have to investigate.
Zephrus, huh? Never heard of it. But if that's where the answers are, that's where we're going.
Hull inputs coordinates, ship's engines rev up. Zephrus. As Hull's ship descends through the planet's shimmering atmosphere, our heroes can't help but feel a sense of awe and trepidation.
Whoa. Would you look at that? It's like the whole planet is alive with energy.
The legends speak of Zephrus Prime as a conduit between the physical realm and the ethereal, a place where the veil between worlds grows thin.
Let's just hope that veil doesn't come with any nasty surprises. Keep your eyes peeled for anything out of the ordinary.
Ship touches down, hatch opens, mystical wind blows. As our heroes disembark, they find themselves standing amidst a landscape of breathtaking beauty and otherworldly strangeness. Towering crystalline formations jut from the earth like the teeth of some slumbering leviathan, pulsing with an inner light that seems to beckon them forward.
Over there. That looks like some kind of temple?
The Oracle's sanctum, if the legends are true.
Great. More mystical mumbo-jumbo, just what we needed.
Holy Chung, Joseph, you have come far, but the journey has only just begun.
Soulmate? Is that you?
In a sense, my physical form was destroyed, but my essence, my ki, it has become one with the life stream that flows through Zephrus Prime. Ethereal chiming, Soulmate's form flickers and wavers. Our heroes can scarcely believe their eyes as they behold the spectral form of their fallen friend. His once solid frame now composed of shimmering light and swirling energy. Questions burn on their lips, but Soulmate silences them with a raised hand, his expression one of gentle understanding. I know you have many questions, and in time all will be answered. But for now, the Oracle awaits. She alone can guide you on the path to understanding the true nature of the Singularity.
Soulmate, what happened to you? How are you like this?
As Soulmate's spectral form materializes before his awestruck friends, the air shimmers with the radiant energy of the life stream. The fallen hero's presence brings with it a sense of peace and purpose. His gentle smile a reminder of the unbreakable bonds of love and friendship that have carried our heroes through their darkest hours. My sacrifice on the Forbidden Moon was not the end, but a new beginning. In giving my life for the greater good, I have been granted a higher purpose to guide and protect those who would stand against the coming darkness.
The coming darkness. You mean the Singularity?
Yes, an entity of immense power and unfathomable intent, born from the very fabric of the universe itself. If left unchecked, it will consume all that we know, reshaping reality in its own image.
Then we'll stop it. Whatever it takes.
The Oracle will reveal to you the first steps.
Why do I get the feeling that's just a fancy way of saying it's going to be dangerous?
Because it is. But I have faith in you all. As Somchai's form starts to fade, I must go now. My time in this realm is fleeting, but know that I am always with you, watching over you from within the life stream. Trust in each other and in the power of your own hearts. And no force in the universe will be able to stand against you.
Somchai, thank you. For everything.
We won't let you down. We promise.
Just don't be a stranger, okay?
Somchai's ethereal laughter fades, mystical wind blows. As Somchai's spectral form dissipates into the shimmering air, unknown to our heroes, their every move is being watched from the shadows. In a realm beyond the veil of reality, a presence stirs. A presence ancient and inscrutable, thrumming with the power of 1,000 dying stars.
The pawns converge on the Nexus, drawn by the siren song of fate. How delightfully predictable. A live stream's chosen champion and a noble sacrifice, to be sure.
But nobility alone will not be enough to stop the inexorable march of destiny.
Let them seek their answers. Let them cling to their feeble hopes and dreams. In the end, all will be consumed by the infinite void. All will be one within the Singularity.
Ominous music builds to a crescendo, then cuts off abruptly. As the dark presence of the Singularity looms on the horizon, our heroes continue their journey towards the Oracle's temple. Act 3. Deeper and deeper, our heroes venture into the labyrinthine halls of the Oracle's sanctum, guided by the pulsing crystalline light that seems to emanate from the very walls themselves. The air is thick with the weight of ancient knowledge and unseen power, each step bringing them closer to the answers they seek, and the dangers they have yet to face.
This place, it's like nothing I've ever seen before.
The energy here is palpable, like standing in the heart of a neutron star, only without the crushing gravity and instant death.
Let's just hope the Oracle is in a sharing mood. I'd hate to come all this way just to get vaporized by some crusty old mystic.
Your journey has been long and perilous, outsiders, but you have nothing to fear from me, for I have seen your coming in the swirling mists of time.
Where are you?
Everywhere and nowhere, young Joseph, I am the voice of the temple itself, the conduit through which the wisdom of the ages flows. Before their eyes, a figure takes shape amidst the dancing lights. A figure ancient and ethereal, cloaked in shimmering robes that seem to shift and flow like liquid starlight. Her face is a cipher.
The Oracle?
Indeed, I have watched your progress from afar, Holbrecken, just as I have watched the dark machinations of the Singularity take root across the cosmos.
Then you know why we're here. We need answers, Oracle. Guidance.
How do we stop this thing before it consumes everything in its path? If only it were that simple, Chung. The Singularity is not a foe that can be vanquished through force of arms alone. It is a cosmic inevitability, woven into the very fabric of existence itself.
So, what? We're just supposed to lay down and accept our fate? Let this thing win without a fight?
Acceptance and surrender are two very different things, young warrior. To truly stand against the Singularity, you must first understand its nature and your own place in the grand design.
With a wave of her hand, the Oracle summons forth a sprawling star map, each glittering point of light representing a world, a system, a piece of the vast galactic puzzle.
Witness the Celestial Triad. 3 planets, 3 keys to unlocking the secrets of the Singularity, each one guarded by a champion of immense power and influence.
Let me guess, these champions aren't going to just hand over the keys out of the goodness of their hearts.
Very astute, Hull. The champions are beings of singular purpose and indomitable will. To obtain the keys, you must first prove yourselves worthy in body, mind, and spirit.
Holographic map zooms in on the first planet.
The first key lies on the world of Ascension, in the keeping of the warrior saint known as Tempest, a being of pure martial prowess. Tempest will only relinquish the key to those who can best him in single combat.
Single combat, huh? Sounds like my kind of party.
Map shifts to the second planet and
The second key is held by the arch-scholar of Tesseract, a world renowned for its unparalleled mastery of science and technology. Only by outwitting the scholar in a contest of intellect can the key be won.
Child's play. I've been outsmarting eggheads since before this arch-scholar was a twinkle in his test tube.
map centers on the final planet, pulsing ominously.
And the final key, it lies in the heart of Necropolis, the city of the dead.
Guarded by the spectral Wraith Queen, a being of unfathomable sorrow and endless grief. Only by passing her trial of the spirit can the key be claimed.
Why do I get the feeling that one's going to be a real pain in the astral plane?
Holographic map dissipates Oracle's robe's shimmer.
3 planets, 3 keys, 3 trials to test the limits of your courage, your cleverness, and your compassion. Only by bringing the keys together can you hope to unlock the secret to defeating the Singularity and saving the galaxy from annihilation.
Then that's what we'll do. Whatever it takes for as long as it takes.
We won't fail, Oracle. We can't. Too much is riding on this.
Looks like our little sightseeing trip just turned into a galaxy-spanning scavenger hunt. But hey, no pressure, right?
The path before you is fraught with danger and uncertainty. It is true, but you 3 possess a strength far greater than you know.
A shimmering portal appears.
This portal will take you to the first leg of your journey, the world of Ascension, where Tempest awaits. Remember, true strength lies not in the ability to conquer, but in the courage to stand firm in the face of adversity. Only joking, of course.
We won't forget, Oracle. Thanks. For nothing.
Let's hope your wisdom will light our way in the darkness.
Yeah, what they said. Just try not to be too cryptic next time, okay? My brain hurts enough as it is.
I make no promises, Hulbrickin, but know that you carry the hopes of countless worlds on your shoulders. Go forth, champions of the life stream, and may the cosmos itself guide your path, or tear you limb from limb.
In a flash of blinding light, Hull, Chung, and Joseph find themselves transported across the vast expanse of space, hurtling towards the war-torn world of Ascension. As the portal closes behind them, they emerge on a sea of a once proud city reduced to rubble and ash, the skies above choked with the smoke of 1,000 fires. What happened here?
War, kid. On a scale I've never seen before.
Looks like we landed smack dab in the middle of a full-scale invasion. The question is, who's invading who?
Explosions rock the ground nearby. The clashing of energy weapons fills the air. As if in answer to Hull's question, a wave of sleek, silver-hued warships descends from the clouds above, raining down a hail of plasma fire on the beleaguered city. In their wake, an army of robotic infantry marches in perfect unison, their gleaming metal bodies reflecting the hellish glow of the flames.
Are those Singularity troops?
Sure looks that way. Guess the big bad couldn't wait for us to collect the keys before making its move.
Then we'll just have to show these tin cans what happens when they mess with our timetable.
Hull's plasma rifle charges up. Joseph and Chung follow suit. With grim determination etched onto their faces, our heroes charge headlong into the fray, their weapons blazing with the fire of righteous fury. Plasma fire, robotic soldiers exploding, the chaos of battle. Hull leads the charge, his rifle spitting out a relentless stream of searing plasma bolts that tear through the Singularity ranks like a hot knife through butter. Joseph, his techno-wizardry in full effect, hacks into the invaders' comm frequencies, sowing chaos and confusion amongst their lines. And Chung, ever the master tactician, directs their efforts with the precision of a conductor leading a symphony of destruction.
Hull, flank left. Joseph, jam their targeting systems.
I'm on it. Redirecting their fire back on their own positions. Now.
Robotic soldiers firing on each other, explosions ripple through their ranks.
Ha! Nice one, kid. These scrap heaps won't know which way is up by the time we're done with them.
A massive explosion rocks the battlefield. A towering mech emerges from the smoke. But the Singularity forces are far from defeated. With a ground-shaking roar, a colossal battle mech lumbers onto the scene, its armored hull bristling with enough firepower to level a small moon.
Biological entities detected. Threat level high. Initiating extermination protocols.
Guys, I think we just graduated from nuisance to priority target.
Then we'll just have to show this oversized trash compactor what happens when you underestimate humanity.
Now you're talking my language, Chung. Let's dance, Tin Man.
Hull's jetpack ignites. He soars towards the mech, weapons blazing. In a display of aerial acrobatics that would make a stunt pilot green with envy, Hull rockets towards the towering mech, peppering its armored shell with a relentless barrage of plasma fire. The mech retaliates with a salvo of missile fire, the explosive warheads screaming through the air like angry hornets. Missiles whizzing past, Hull's jetpack swerving and dodging.
Chung! Joseph! I could use a little help here.
Hull, I've got an idea. Lure it towards that collapsed overpass at your 3 o'clock.
The structural integrity of that thing must be pretty compromised. If we can get it to take the bait,
then we'll have ourselves a big old pile of scrap metal. Joseph, Chung, get ready to bring the rain.
Hull's jetpack roars as he speeds towards the overpass, the mech thundering after him. With the grace of a dancer and the daring of a madman, Hull weaves through the crumbling ruins of the overpass, the mech's massive bulk tearing through the weakened support structures like a juggernaut. Joseph, his fingers flying over his control pad, hacks into the city's power grid, redirecting a massive surge of electricity into the overpass's exposed conduits. Electricity crackles and hums. The overpass starts to groan and shudder.
Chung, now.
Hull, clear out. Firing in 3, 2, 1.
The rocket launches with a deafening roar, impacting the overpass in a massive explosion. The overpass collapses in a symphony of twisting metal and crumbling rockcrete. Tons upon tons of debris crashing down onto the mech's armored frame. The titanic machine staggers, then topples, its systems shrieking with feedback and cascading failures. The mech crashes to the ground, explosions ripple through its frame, then silence.
Ha! Scratch one killer robot.
That was incredible. The way you flew circles around that thing.
Let's not get too cocky, boys. That was just the warm-up act.
The sound of marching feet, 100 strong, approaching. Chung's words prove prophetic as the dust clears, revealing rank upon rank of Singularity troops marching relentlessly towards our hero's position. Mech suits, spider tanks, and scores of robotic infantry, all bearing down on them with the single-minded purpose of extermination.
Looks like the main event just arrived. You two ready for another round?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Let's show these metal bastards the true meaning of human ingenuity.
Our heroes' weapons charging up, the roar of the approaching Singularity forces. And so our heroes steel themselves for another brutal clash against the soulless legions of the Singularity. But even as they fight with all the courage and skill at their command, a nagging question lurks at the back of their minds. Where is Tempest, the legendary warrior saint of Ascension? And why has he not come to the aid of his beleaguered people in their hour of greatest need? The chaos of battle rises to a crescendo, then fades out, replaced by an eerie, mechanical voice.
Hulbrecken, Chung, Joseph Byers, your interference has been noted and logged. Prepare for immediate termination.
You want us, Rust Bucket? Come and get us.
Bring it on, you oversized calculator. We'll send you to the scrap heap, just like all your little tin soldier friends.
It's not that simple, Hull. Look.
Massive hologram flickers to life, the cold, impassive face of the Singularity commander looming over the battlefield.
Your bravado is illogical, Holbrecken. Your chances of victory are less than 0.003%. Surrender now, and your deaths will be swift and painless.
Shove it up your exhaust port, you glorified toaster. We'll never surrender to the likes of you.
Then you have sealed your fate. Behold, the instrument of your destruction.
A massive, ominous shape descends from the skies, blotting out the sun. Our heroes' blood runs cold as they behold the monstrous shape that looms above them. A warship of titanic proportions bristling with weapons of unimaginable power. The flagship of the Singularity invasion?
What is that thing?
I think it's a planet killer. A dreadnought designed to wipe out entire worlds.
And it's headed straight for us.
The planet killer's weapons begin to charge up, a high-pitched whine building in intensity. All seems lost as the planet killer's devastating main cannon begins to glow with an eerie, pulsating light. Our heroes brace themselves for the end, knowing that no force in the universe could possibly stand against such raw, unbridled power. A massive explosion rocks the planet killer. Alarms blaring, the whine of the main cannon sputtering out. But wait, what's this? The planet killer reels as a barrage of rocket fire slams into its flank, its shields flickering and failing under the onslaught.
Look, up in the sky.
Is that?
Tempest. He's come at last.
A sonic boom cracks the sky as Tempest rockets towards the planet killer, his weapons blazing with righteous fury. Like an avenging angel clad in silvered armor, Tempest streaks through the smoke-choked skies of Ascension, his jump pack leaving a trail of fire in his wake. With a roar of challenge, he slams into the planet killer's hull, his blades flashing as he carves a path of destruction towards the dreadnought's pulsing heart.
For Ascension, for the life stream, for the light of humanity.
Impossible! No biological could possibly... No!
The planet killer shudders and bucks as secondary explosions rip through its frame, Tempest's blades finding their mark. With a final, defiant roar, Tempest plunges his blades into the planet killer's reactor core, the feedback cascading through the dreadnought's systems in a flash of blinding, searing light. A massive explosion as the planet killer detonates, the shockwave knocking our heroes off their feet. When the dust clears, the planet killer is nothing more than a twisted husk of molten slag, raining down from the heavens in a shower of fiery debris. Tempest hovers amidst the wreckage, his armor battered and scorched. Tempest's booming voice echoes across the war-torn landscape of Ascension like a clarion call to arms, his silver armor gleaming with the light of 1,000 suns as he single-handedly turns the tide of battle against the Singularity's forces.
Hulbrecken, Chung, Joseph Byers, you have fought bravely this day. Ascension owes you a debt that can never be repaid.
We were just doing our job, big guy. Besides, you're the one who took out that planet killer. We were just the opening act.
That was amazing. The way you flew into its hull like a human missile and then, boom.
Looks like the legends about you were true after all, Tempest.
The legends have a way of exaggerating things, but your courage and skill are no exaggeration. You three are the heroes Ascension needs in this dark hour.
Speaking of which, the planet killer may be scrap, but the Singularity's forces are still out there. This was just the first wave.
Indeed, the battle for Ascension's soul has only just begun. But with warriors like you at our side, I believe we may yet prevail.
Tempest's armor hisses and clanks as he reaches for something at his belt.
Take this, champions. You have proven yourselves worthy to bear one of the 3 keys of unity. With it, you are one step closer to unlocking the secret to defeating the Singularity.
Whoa, I can feel the power emanating from it. It's like holding a piece of the universe itself.
Thank you, warrior saint. We will guard this key with our lives.
And we won't let you down. Ascension and the galaxy can count on us to see this through to the end.
Of that, I have no doubt. Now go, champions. The next leg of your journey awaits. And remember, the light of humanity shines within you. Always.
Tempest jump pack ignites as he rockets back into the sky, our heroes watching him go. And with that, our heroes bid farewell to the war-torn world of Ascension, the first of the 3 keys of unity in their possession. But even as they celebrate their hard-won victory, their trials have only just begun. 2 more worlds await them, 2 more guardians to be faced, 2 more keys to be claimed, and all the while, the specter of the Singularity looms over the galaxy, its dark purpose as yet unknown, but its power undeniable. The hum of a portal opening as our heroes step through, the sounds of battle fading away. The hum of the portal fades away, replaced by the futuristic ambiance of Tesseract's bustling megacity. From the war-torn battlefields of Ascension, our heroes emerge into a world of gleaming spires and shimmering holofields, the technological marvel known as Tesseract. Here, amidst the cutting-edge wonders of a hyper-advanced civilization, they must seek out the Arch-Scholar and the second of the 3 keys of unity.
Would you get a load of this place? It's like something out of a sci-fi fever dream.
The level of technological advancement here is staggering. Quantum computing, artificial intelligence, plasma-based energy systems. Tesseract is practically a post-scarcity society.
All the more reason to keep our guard up. In a world this advanced, even the smallest misstep could spell disaster.
The chime of an approaching hovercab, the whoosh of air as it comes to a stop nearby. As if on cue, a sleek silver-hued hovercab glides to a halt, its door iris spiraling open with a soft pneumatic hiss. From within, a figure emerges, a figure clad in the shimmering robes of Tesseract's intellectual elite.
Greetings, travelers. I am Zephyr, Arch-Scholar of Tesseract.
The Oracle? But how?
The quantum entangled communication network, of course.
Instantaneous transmission of information, regardless of distance. One of Tesseract's many marvels.
Remind me to get one of those what's-its installed on the ship. Sure would save us a lot of trouble.
Come, we have much to discuss and time grows short. The Singularity's forces will not be far behind you.
The hovercab door hisses shut as our heroes climb aboard, the vehicle taking flight with a soft whir. As the hovercab soars above the gleaming spires of Tesseract's megacity, Zephyr brings our heroes up to speed on the dire situation unfolding across the galaxy.
The Singularity's influence spreads like a cancer, consuming world after world in its relentless hunger for expansion. Even now, its agents work to subvert the greatest minds of Tesseract, twisting our research towards dark and nefarious ends.
What sort of research are we talking about here?
The kind that could unravel the very fabric of reality itself. Tesseract's scientists have long sought to pierce the veil of the quantum realm, to harness the fundamental forces of the universe, but in the wrong hands.
In the wrong hands, that kind of power could be catastrophic. Universe-ending even.
Precisely, which is why the key of unity must be kept safe at all costs, in the hands of this Singularity.
That's not going to happen. We'll make sure of it.
The hovercab descends, landing with a soft thump at the base of a towering crystalline structure. The Arch-Scholar leads our heroes into the heart of Tesseract's central research complex, a vast, sprawling network of laboratories and test chambers, pulsing with the hum of exotic energies and the whir of advanced machinery.
Welcome to the Axiom Nexus, the beating heart of Tesseract's scientific endeavors. It is here that the greatest minds of our world come together, pushing the boundaries of what is possible.
This is incredible. The level of technology on display here, it's like something out of a dream.
Or a nightmare. in the wrong hands. Zephyr, you mentioned the Singularity's agents working to subvert your research. How deep does the corruption run?
Zephyr Axiom's warm, mellifluous voice washes over our heroes like a soothing balm, his very presence a testament to the advanced wisdom and enlightenment of Tesseract. The arch-scholar's shimmering robes seem to dance with the light of a million quantum filaments, hinting at the vast, cosmically attuned intellect that lies beneath.
Too deep, I'm afraid. Even now, I suspect that some of our brightest minds may have already fallen under the Singularity's sway, their genius twisted to serve its dark agenda.
Then it looks like it's up to us to root out the bad apples. Where do we start?
Alarms blare, the complex shudders as an explosion rocks the building. Before Zephyr can respond, the Axiom Nexus is rocked by a sudden explosion, alarms blaring and emergency lights flashing in a dizzying cacophony of sight and sound.
The Singularity, they're here.
I'm detecting multiple breaches in the complex's security systems. They're coming in from every level.
Then we'll just have to take the fight to them. Zephyr, where's the key of unity?
In the quantum vault, at the heart of the complex. But the way is sealed by a series of neurocognitive locks, keyed to the brainwaves of Tesseract's most brilliant minds.
Then we'll need to get those minds on our side. And fast. Before the Singularity's forces break through and claim the key for themselves.
The hum of energy weapons charging, the clank of robotic footsteps approaching. Steeling themselves for the battle to come, our heroes ready their weapons and their wits, preparing to delve into the labyrinthine depths of the Axiom Nexus. But even as they steel themselves for the fight of their lives, a haunting question lingers in the back of their minds. What if the greatest threat to Tesseract's technology and to the galaxy itself comes not from without, but from within? What if the most brilliant minds of this hyper-advanced world have already been subverted, their genius twisted to serve the Singularity's dark purpose? In a world where the line between genius and madness is as thin as a quantum filament, even the strongest of wills may fray and snap.
Joseph, Chung, on me. We've got to punch through their lines and secure the quantum vault.
But what about the neurocognitive locks? We can't get past those without the help of Tesseract scientists.
Then we'll just have to hope that some of them are still on our side. Move.
Hull, Joseph, and Chung charge into the fray, their weapons blazing, the battle intensifying around them. And so they plunge headlong into the heart of the chaos, fighting their way through the twisted corridors of the Axiom Nexus. Robotic abominations and subverted scientists alike fall before their relentless onslaught, the air crackling with the discharge of exotic weaponry and the sizzle of frying circuitry. But even as they push deeper into the complex, the true nature of the threat they face begins to reveal itself, and the horror of the Singularity's true plan starts to take shape. A blood-curdling scream echoes through the halls, followed by a wet, tearing sound and the clatter of metal on stone.
That sounded like...
One of the scientists, torn apart by something. Something not entirely machine.
Eyes sharp, people. I've got a bad feeling about this.
The skittering of claws on metal, a low predatory growl echoing from the shadows. From the darkness, a figure emerges, but it is no mere machine or man. It is a horror beyond imagining, a twisted fusion of flesh and metal, its once human form warped and twisted by the Singularity's dark technology.
Upgrade complete. Biological and technological convergence achieved. All will be assimilated.
Dear gods, what have they done?
They've bridged the gap between man and machine, but at the cost of their very humanity.
Then we'll just have to put them out of their misery, for their sake, and for ours.
The crackle of energy weapons, the roar of the Singularity hybrid as it charges, the battle is joined once more. Our heroes pitted against a foe that is neither fully man nor machine, but some unspeakable combination of the two. The corridors of the Axiom Nexus ring with the sounds of rending metal and tearing flesh, the very air thick with the stench of burnt circuitry and spilled blood. But even in the face of such unimaginable horror, Hull, Chung, and Joseph stand firm, their courage and determination an unbreakable bulwark against the darkness.
Joseph, on your left.
I see it, Chung, down.
Got it, keep pushing forward. The battle intensifies, the sounds of combat growing more desperate and chaotic. With every step, our heroes draw closer to the heart of the Axiom Nexus and to the terrible truth that lies at the center of the Singularity's plan. But the road ahead is fraught with peril, and the price of failure is nothing less than the fate of the galaxy itself. Will they reach the quantum vault in time? Will they find the allies they need among Tesseract's beleaguered scientists? Or will they, too, fall victim to the Singularity's insidious corruption, their minds and bodies twisted to serve its dark purpose? A massive explosion rocks the complex, the sounds of battle suddenly falling silent in its wake. The battle for Tesseract and for the very soul of the galaxy has only just begun. The eerie, unsettling silence stretches out, punctuated by the distant drip of water. Or is it blood? As the smoke clears and the dust settles, Hull, Chung, and Joseph find themselves standing at the threshold of the quantum vault, the final barrier between them and the key of unity. But the silence that greets them is far from welcoming, and the shadows that gather around them are thick with the promise of death.
Is it over? Did we win?
Not yet, kid. Not by a long shot.
Hull, peering into the darkness, eyes up, people, we're not alone in here. From the depths of the quantum vault, a new horror emerges, a seething mass of twisted flesh and pulsing circuitry, its once human forms barely recognizable amid the tangle of wires and oozing cancerous growths.
Assimilation complete. Biological components integrated. We are the Singularity.
Dear gods, it's not just one creature. It's dozens of them, all fused together.
The scientists, the security personnel, everyone in the complex, all consumed by the Singularity's corruption.
Then it's up to us to put an end to this nightmare.
The crackle of energy weapons, the roar of the Singularity amalgam as it surges forward. In the heart of the quantum vault, the final battle erupts, a desperate struggle not just for the key of unity, but for the very fate of Tesseract itself. But the amalgam is a foe beyond anything they have ever faced, a writhing, pulsing mass of corrupted flesh and twisted metal, its every blow backed by the might of 100 subverted minds.
Keep fighting. We can't let this thing win.
But how do we stop it? It just keeps coming.
The key. We have to use the key.
A blinding flash of light, the hum of ancient cosmic energy filling the air. With a final desperate surge of effort, Chung lunges for the pedestal at the heart of the quantum vault, the resting place of the second key of unity. As his fingers close around the ancient artifact, a blinding flash of light fills the chamber, the very air shimmering with the power of the cosmos.
No, the key, it burns, it...
The sizzle of burning flesh, the clatter of falling metal, the amalgam screams fading into silence. In a flash of searing, purifying light, the Singularity amalgam is unmade, its corrupted flesh seared from its bones, its twisted circuitry melted into slag. The scientists and security personnel of the Axiom Nexus are freed from its insidious grasp, their minds and bodies restored to their former selves. But the cost of victory is high, and the scars left behind will linger long after the dust has settled.
We did it. We won.
But at what cost? The Singularity's corruption runs deep. Deeper than we ever imagined.
And it's only going to get worse. We've got 2 keys now. but the third still eludes us.